so I'll take controls now. I have controls, that way I can talk through it and you can listen a little bit. So if you have an engine failure in the helicopter, we have to maintain a rotor RPM, right? That's what keeps us up in the air. Yep. That rotor RPM, we're just 1,300 pounds of metal and everything else. It's not going to work so well. So what we do is we have an engine failure, you got to lower collective right away. Take the pitch out of the blades, right? Yep. Clear right, center, left. Pedal over traffic, helicopter 30 hotel, 30 crosswind 11, pedal limit. So what I'm going to do to simulate it is I'm just going to lower the collective all the way down first. Yep. Obviously by lowering the collective all the way down, I have to put right pedal in. Yep. And I'm going to come just a little bit aft on the cyclic to keep the helicopter level, because when you lower collective, the helicopter has a tendency to fall forward. Right. So I'm just wanting to come in aft cyclic just enough to keep it level. Right. Really left, right. Pedal over traffic, helicopter 30 hotel, left downwind 11, pedal limit. I'll go up to 800 feet, so we have a little bit more time in the glide, so otherwise it goes by pretty quick. Right. So what I'll do is I'm going to look for 3 conditions before I enter. I'm going to have my speed around 70 knots. Yep. Have my carb heat all the way up, which it is. Yep. And I'm going to have my power on the manifold pressure less than 20 before I enter. Right. Okay, that's just so I have less pitch in the blades. Right. When I'm doing the simulation. So you're going to get a little bit of a stomach rush. We're going to start descending. We're going to lower collective all the way down. We're coming down pretty good. Yeah. I'm going to keep my airspeed. Yep. My RPMs are going to start to come up because we're falling down through the air. They're speeding up. I'm going to raise a little bit of collective to keep them in the green. Right. At that point, I'm going to be saying airspeed, RPMs, eyes outside. That's kind of how we want our eyes moving. As we get down to that last 40 feet.
Traffic, Skyhawk 374 Mike, I'm taking active runway 11, simulated takeoff emergency pedal.
We'll extend out a little bit. As I get closer to the runway, I'm going to start a cyclic flare. I'm going to start to pull the cyclic back. It's going to control that descent rate. The RPMs are going to come up a little bit. As we're moving a walking pace, we'll go forward. I'll bring the power back in, and then we'll just bring it to a hover. Okay. This guy starts to move a little bit. And you can do these at 600 feet, and we tend to, but this will give us some more time in the glides to really focus on airspeed and RPMs and kind of watch what's happening here. Right, center, left. Pedal limit traffic, helicopter 30 hotel, left base 11, pedal limit. So I'm going to have a lot of control move. A lot of the controls are going to move more than you're used to, so if you can stay on, but just stay really light so I'm able to use them all. Yep. Clear on the right, center, and left.
So with this happens, you need to find a space very quickly.
Yeah, pretty much anywhere below the trim strings you can make. So I can make any of these fields down here. Right. I can make the edge of the golf course. Right. We're going to go for midfield on the runway. Okay. So when I'm aiming it for a simulated one, I'm going to enter the autorotation when midfield is about halfway through the trim strings for me.
Traffic, Sky 374 Mike, Alpha Clear, runway 11, we'll taxi 11, pedal limit.
Pedal traffic, helicopter 30 hotel, final 11, pedal limit. Alright, so I'm straight and level. I got 800 feet, 70 knots, power's out of the yellow, carb heat's all the way up. I'm going to stay straight and level just a little longer, and then I will count it down. It's just coming up to the trim strings now. 3, 2, 1. Collective all the way down, right pedal, aft cyclic, and now I'm rolling the throttle off. So now the engine's not powering the rotor system. There come the rotor RPMs, they're speeding up. I add a little collective. Bring it back down into the green. And if the low RPM warning horn comes on, it's not a problem because we're going to flare. Speed's good, RPMs, eyes are outside. Airspeed, RPMs, eyes are outside. I'm going to start a cyclic flare, so the nose is coming up. And you'll feel it stops our descent rate. Control.
Whoa, it doesn't stop it.
And then it would go right onto the ground. And that's how it would land, just right there.
So you'd slide?
You'd slide about, just about 3 or 4 knots. If I had 10 knots of wind, I could be dead stopped. But and I could flare a little harder, and I probably could have got it stopped a little bit more. But
so the idea is to really flare it to